Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look at KuCoin, see kind of what's going on here, and hopefully identify if we found the bottom, right? Because yesterday we saw a pretty significant sell-off from Bitcoin. It was over 9%, about 9.5%, in just a very short amount of time. So let's take a look here and see, just to jump right in, we went down about 15% from top to bottom yesterday. So that's what, 1.5x, so to speak. Still holding strong or true to that theory, basically, because ever since Bitcoin's been selling off, we've seen KuCoin, dipping about 1.5x of Bitcoin, right? So keep that in mind. KuCoin is essentially doing not poorly, but not great, if that makes any sense. Okay, this is kind of par for the course. You got to understand too, also, it's a very profitable coin for a lot of people. So it's one of the first coins that they'll turn to take profits when things go awry, which did happen yesterday. So anyways, that's kind of holding strong there. And also too, if you're new to the channel, just want to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. I love teaching people how to trade. Consider joining my trading community where I send out signals as well as help you become a better trader. Have a trading academy rolling out month end here. Working hard on that for you so you can get more well-rounded and I guess less risky, so to speak, and more risk averse in this market, because I think it's important to have good risk tolerance. So anyways, check that out in your own time. Now on the 1-day chart here, let's go ahead and go with the standard stuff and kind of see where we're at, because I know with a simple moving average of the 200 isn't really anything to worry about for now, but it is slowly creeping its way up, and the 50 is way above. So that doesn't even matter at this point. We're so far off on that it not really relevant. What is relevant is that we're still under 50 on the RSI, so still considered bearish divergence. I don't think we should expect KuCoin to bounce back immediately. I do think it's still a good fundamental coin, and that we're likely at the lowest point, which we'll see. But on the same accord, we got to respect the fact that Bitcoin hasn't truly found its bottom yet. It's somewhere in the range of maybe 40 to 43,000, and it's trending right around 43 right now. So we could see a little bit lower of a decline here from Crow, but how much lower? I don't think it's going to be tremendously lower, because we have probably, if I recall correctly from yesterday's review, we have a lot of volume right above the price action. In fact, the price is kind of trending right there at the price of about 53, 54 cents when I reviewed this last. And I was expecting it to come back up. I'll be honest. Obviously, I was wrong, but how can you anticipate Bitcoin doing something of that nature? Because again, it was a strong fundamental catalyst that caused the price to come down, a lot of world news in the market, and that pushed the price down further. So again, 1.5x for KuCoin, and only just say 1% for Bitcoin. So that 9% decrease led to a 15% decrease from KuCoin. But here's the cool thing. Keep this in mind. While it came all the way down to 47 cents, in the same trading day, it recovered to 50 cents, right? Where Bitcoin came down and it stayed down, if that makes any sense. So the fact that Crow recovered that much in that time frame is a very good tried and true testament to how good of a coin it is. And the fact that I think that we're still going to see, again, this is kind of a line that we've seen here so far, right there, pretty consistent. I would say 48 cents is a strong support. So again, nice support channel between 47 and 48 cents, essentially holding the price action higher. So should we expect it to go much lower? Definitely not. Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't do something stupid and go below 40,000, we should be able to expect KuCoin to stay in the range of just say 48 to 55 cents in the near future. Also note to this volume profile trending right around 54 cents. That will be effectively a resistance channel. You'd be surprised how strong a resistance volume can be. You'd think that that's a good point because the fact that everyone has a position that's right there, right? So, it's 54 cents would be a good value, but notoriously volume will hold the price action down. So just be prepared for that. If the price comes up, it might get rejected by 54 cents. But for right now, I think it's doing very well. It recovered very nicely, and I think that's something we got to celebrate. So take a look here at the 4-hour chart. As we can see, the candle wick came all the way down and back up in the last 8 hours. And ultimately, we're looking pretty good here in that sense. We're going to be below both moving averages for a while. We came under 30, well under 30 on the RSI, in fact, 20. That's pretty standard, honestly, with a lot of coins I've looked at so far today. They all came down very low, so if you were able to buy the dip at that specific time, it would have been a good time to get in, of course, but we never truly know when the bottom's going to come through, right? So that's why it's good to always dollar cost average. I try to get that through in my videos here to help you understand that a little bit at a time is good. Heaven forbid you invested, a decent amount at 54 cents. See if you can consider adding more at 50 and just add to your position as the price goes lower, because then once it comes back up, you'll have a much better average price, right? That's the concept and the consideration there. But the bottom line here is we're close to 30 on the RSI, so it is considered a good value. in that sense, but don't mistake the fact that it could go a little bit lower, right? We got to be realistic in that sense. If it does go lower, 47, I think 47 to 48 is the strong support channel, and we shouldn't expect it to come much lower than that, right? Again, pending Bitcoin doesn't do anything sub 40,000, we should be in good shape to see Crow go sideways from here and then likely increase inevitably in the future. Will that happen right away? Probably not. But stranger things have happened too. But the fact that it recovered well in the short term is a good sense of the fact that the price is consolidating in a good area. But we need to understand that it is completely bearish divergence right now, and no matter how good a coin is, there's very few of them that are bouncing back strong here today. I think Mana, YFI, and ANT were the only three I've seen so far that were double digits recovery, and they all had really good momentum going into this. KuCoin lost its momentum a while ago, and even though it has a good backing, good fundamentals, a lot of good things going for it, it's still struggling in the short term, and we need a little bit more time. Less fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because it's definitely aligned with Bitcoin right now. We just got to realize that. So that being said, let's go ahead and look at some key indicators and call it a day. TD sequential tells us we are at a 5. We could see another 4 hours worth of continuation to the upside. And then, of course, Ichimoku Cloud pretty much telling us that if we have a short position, we want to probably consider closing that soon. So this is a good sign in the sense that we might see recovery, at least in the short term, the micro, for KuCoin, at least in the immediate future. If the price comes back above the cloud, it might be a consideration to add to your position. Right now, I would just say consider dollar cost averaging would be the only thing you want to consider, and pretty much the same sentiment across the board. Don't add a bunch of money to a lot of different coins right now, at least in the sense of just going all in, is what I mean by that. Do add a bunch of, as much as you can to different coins and diversify, spread it out, but try not to put a lot of your money into one place, I guess is what I'm trying to communicate here. And KuCoin's no exception, right? So small percent, 5 or 10% at a time, just add to your position as the price goes down, and that way, when the price does recover, we'll be in good shape. Because I do feel confident that KuCoin is going to still be, $1, $2, $3 later this year. But we need this craziness, this chaos, all these world issues that are happening right now. They need to kind of be behind us, and it takes time to recover from that. So Bitcoin being damaged, so to speak, right now, we can't expect it just to bounce right back up right now. The likelihood of it coming up fast or soon is pretty low. We probably have at least a couple weeks worth of consolidation and then another leg up. If you saw Bitcoin basically 2 weeks ago, it was starting to make higher highs and higher lows. It was doing really well, and the market started to come back. But it took literally 2.5 to 3 weeks from December 4th for that to happen. Same thing just happened here, albeit 9% versus 27% is a much bigger difference. But the truth be told is that the harder something falls, the longer it takes to recover. So I'm looking at least 1 to 2 weeks before we get less fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market from Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can consolidate sideways for the next 2 weeks, we'll be in great shape to see coins like this take off again. Until that happens, dollar cost average is pretty much the common denominator. Okay. So I hope you found benefit here today. So like to subscribe. If not, consider joining my trading community if you want more of a hands-on learning experience, where I have a trading academy and a great group of folks to help back us up. We all came together. I'm really super proud of my community too for jumping in there and helping everybody off the ledge, so to speak, because we help people make better decisions with that collaborative, dynamic environment. So really awesome. Really proud of you guys. Thanks so much for all your support and your help. I look forward to seeing the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.